tabletop review, or not really just a review, more like a big bragging session. I just wanted to show off my Strider SnG. This is an XL, meaning extra large. This is larger than the standard Striders, with a blade length of 4.5 inches. Total overall length is about 9 7/8. Very heavy knife, real beefy. The blade thickness is about 193 thousandths thick, pretty thick blade. And you'll notice that it's, as most Striders, titanium on one side, G10 on the other. This is flamed titanium, and also grooved and flamed titanium. Grooved G10, black G10. Notice the really heavy pivot pin. And as I said, this is a custom Mick Strider, or maybe I didn't say that. This is a custom Strider, and you can tell by the M Strider logo or etch on the blade. Mick Strider marked many of these M Strider to differentiate this from the production Striders. And this is an older version. You can tell not only because it does not have the Hinderer button, which keeps this lock from overextending or stretching out. When you open the knife, a lot of people were actually overextending this liner lock, and this would get loose or saggy after a little while. And you can also tell that it's a fairly older version by the mark, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's a mark right here on the bottom of the blade, and that's a Paul Bose mark. He retired several years ago, but he was the heat treater for Strider and also for Buck knives. He had his own little factory or little heat treating shop set up in the Buck factory, actually, in El Cajon. And he retired several years ago, so you can tell that this Strider is several years old with this with the Bose mark on it. Now you'll notice right below the Bose mark it's S30V, so this is an S30V blade, standard Strider logo or tang stamp. Really nice nightmare grind on this. Mick Strider called it a nightmare to actually make this kind of grind, so it took on the name Nightmare Grind. That designates this section right here. That's a deeply hollow ground, just this lower portion. And the Tanto tip. Tanto tip is a, I wouldn't say a rarity, but it's not as common as the spear points on most of the Striders or most of the production Striders. So as in typical Strider, it has the recognizable pommel, jimping on the pommel, jimping on the back of the blade, as well as the back of the handle. Very heavy lockup, really strong walk and talk, really strong. No play, no blade play at all, and the blade locks dead center of the liners. Really nice knife, super well made. I can see why Strider makes a lot of military knives, and a lot of military forces actually buy Strider knives to take into the field. Real serious, heavy-duty knife. Strider started making military knives for the Naval Special Warfare Group in 1994, I believe it was, and currently makes several versions of folders and fixed blades for U.S. military overseas and local. He produces and ships quite a few knives to the military. So this is my Strider SnG XL with a nightmare grind and the Tanto tip. Pretty rare little bird. I like it. Thanks for watching my video.